I like that a lot. I didn't even want to talk over the end. Just let it fade out. That sounds so good. That is The Awakening, and that is XANIMAL. And let me get this up here right now. Joining us via Restream, we've got Noelle Hampton and Claude McCann with us. Hello. Good morning.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you, Noelle.
Okay, good.
Claude, can you hear us, Claude? Uh-oh.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you yet, Claude.
Cannot hear Claude. But Claude will adjust his settings, I'm sure.
How about here?
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
I hear Claude.
Okay.
Claude, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Oh, perfect.
Sure.
Well, yeah, welcome to the show. I don't know if you could hear what I was saying, but I was just saying I love that track, The Awakening. And that features, I don't know how to pronounce this, Nagavali?
Nagavali, yes.
Is that who does the vocal on that?
So I do she does the more Indian traditional vocal, and I do all the rest of it.
Oh, the rest of it's okay. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. No, it sounds really good. Really good. I love that song. So what?
Thank you.
So what do each of you do? So Noelle, I assume do you do most of the vocals on all the XANIMAL stuff, or?
Yeah, we're actually called XANIMAL.
Oh, it is. It's XANIMAL. Oh, I apologize.
Yeah.
Now I know why.
No, it's hard.
Now I know why you were chuckling.
It's an X. Oh, I kind of liked it. XANIMAL.
XANIMal, yeah. So it's XANIMAL. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's XANIMal. But you know what? It's teach their own. Also, let everyone think of it what they want to think of it.
Sure.
Yeah. So because we've only been. This is our second track together. And Claude and Ken are the producers on this particular project.
Okay.
I do have some production input, but in my own project, I'm a producer. But with these guys, it's kind of fun to just let them have at it, and then they send me a track, and then I get to do more of the melody, vocal, lyric kind of a thing with this project. So it's really fun for me.
Okay. And then so it's kind of Claude, how would you describe XANIMAL? I mean, it sounds like it's kind of a collective thing, but how do you describe the project?
Yeah, it's a collective electronic music project, but and also we try to involve other people in our Austin music scene here.
Mm-hmm.
There's another Ken Christensen who's part of XANIMAL, and he had some other things going on during this. So this was mainly just me and Noelle, and I'm kind of the synth man and programming and stuff like that.
Okay. He's modest. He's modest. He's kind of a synth wizard.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had done. I don't know if you had heard our first track called "Love Access."
And not only have I heard it, I intend to play it at the end of our conversation because that's another great track. I love it. Yeah.
That's kind of how this thing started. Was that they had this track for "Love Access," and they were like, maybe we should get our friend Noelle to like. Actually, Ken had never even heard of me, but Claude and I have known each other for years.
Okay.
And they're like, maybe we should get Noelle to sing on this, let's see what we could do as a collaboration. And when we went in on that track, it was just like such a vibe, and we just had so much fun, and it was really easy. And we were like, maybe we should do more like this. So their thing kind of became our thing in a way. So it sort of turned into XANIMAL. But yeah, then we were sort of talking in the beginning about what it should be like. And it was like, we all love bands like Massive Attack, Thievery Corporation, that kind of thing, 07, all those things that had like multiple people come in and join them. And so all since the beginning, specifically, I have had in my head to use Nagavali on a track, and just the times we're in, like we have another dance track that we're kind of getting ready to work on here that's almost done, but I just felt like, man, my spirit is a little broken right now.
Understood.
And I just felt like I needed like to work on a track with a little more kind of spiritual, like, vibe, a little more like what's happening now with people, and Claude just nailed it. Like, just like
Yeah.
what he delivered was exactly what I wanted to work on. So
no, that makes sense. The press material mentions themes of, hope and transcendence and emotional release. And I do think it really comes through in a track like The Awakening. I mean, that's what I got from it, just listening to the track before I'd even read anything about the project and what you're doing with it. Are you both in Austin, Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great scene there.
All three of us in XANIMAL and Naga Valley, we all live in Austin.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised, to hear something interesting like this project come out of there, because there's such a scene there. There's so many. We've actually, over the years, we've had a lot of artists from that area specifically on the show, and there's so much great. I mean, do you think it's helpful being in a place like Austin, Texas, where you're surrounded by so many creative people, versus if you were in a place where maybe there just wasn't a lot happening musically? I mean, or maybe not. I mean, maybe you'd be creating this music no matter where you lived. But I feel like in Austin, Texas, you're just surrounded by so much creativity that it would be really inspiring.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable. And also the scene is very, it's just real supportive.
Yeah.
Rather than
like cross genre.
There's some competition, but it's really like everybody in all the different genres is really supportive, and
we all collaborate a lot. Like we all do shows together with different kinds of acts on the same bill. There's a deep Americana scene here. There's a cool indie electro and rock and roll scene. Mm-hmm. There's punk rock. But everyone kind of knows each other. I mean, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And we all see each other a lot at different events. And so we've definitely have, I lived in, I came up in the San Francisco Bay Area. I lived in LA for a while. I've just never seen a music community. I mean, we had a good community in the Bay Area, but it was so spread apart,
Yeah.
It's like East Bay, South Bay, and it's just hard to kind of get to each other's gigs. But in Austin, we are 5 minutes, 10 minutes away from somebody's show at any given moment.
Oh.
So it makes us a tighter community,
Yeah, that's fantastic. So what's kind of the obviously you've got The Awakening and later we'll play Love Axis, but are you continuing to make music together now as XANIMAL? Is this going to be, I mean, what's kind of the long-term plan? Are you going to do an EP? Are you going to do an album? Are you going to keep doing singles? I mean, I assume you're going to continue to work together.
Yeah, we'll probably do another single and then think about doing an EP and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's more like the adulting of life that gets in the way.
Oh yeah, of course.
We all have different projects that we do. I have a band called the Bell Sounds that I'm the lead everything on, producer, writer, and it's like a synth pop band in Austin. Claude has 5 bands. Claude.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
So this is a fun thing. But we definitely want to make more music together. It's just a matter of finding a minute to get together.
Right. Yeah. So what is the creative process like in a project like this? I mean, who kind of comes up with the on these 2 songs that we're playing today, how did these come about? What's the process? And maybe the 2 songs had 2 distinctly different processes. I don't know, but I'm curious about how that works.
Well, we'll basically get a musical track together, and on Love Axis, it was Ken and I that did it, and we'll send it to Noelle, or she'll come in. But lots of times we just send it to her, and she sings it at her own studio.
Yeah,
and then send it back. So, but I mean, we go back and we talk about a concept. What our concept's going to be. Mm-hmm. Get that together. So.
Yeah, lyrically, we have an idea going in, or a vibe going in, so that I have something to kind of bounce off of. But like I said, this is fun for me because normally I'm the one that in my band that makes all the music, and I sit here for hours nerding out. But this time I just get some beautiful, amazing thing just delivered to me, and I go, "Oh, cool! Okay, this is fun. This is a whole new reality for me."
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely are collaborative and stuff. We were kind of hoping that Ken would have time to, because he's a great DJ, and we were hoping that he would have time to do a really cool remix of this song of The Awakening. So we're hoping at some point he can do that. Claude is also working on a remix of The Awakening. And for our last track, we got how many different DJs, like 4 or 5 did remixes of Love Axis.
Yeah.
So we're kind of putting that out too.
So I'm really curious about that because that's interesting. I was looking at your Bandcamp and I saw that Love Axis, it's got multiple different remix. I mean, how cool is that when you've done something that other people want to then take and put their own stamp on and remix it? I mean, that's got to be really gratifying, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, and you can hit different areas. I mean, our stuff was put out. Myself and Ken have a label called New Human Music.
Okay.
We have some other on it, but XANIMAL is part of that. It was one of our main things.
Yeah.
On that label. Yeah. And we kind of have a DJ side to it. So, and he knows a lot of people who do that kind of production and remixes. So.
Okay.
Yeah, he came up in that world and has toured all over the world doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he's made a lot of friends and connections. He still does it. I think he's even out there right now. I'm not sure, but he's one of those guys that has hands in a million different pots. I don't know how he keeps up with it, honestly. But yeah, it's really fun for me because I've never had anybody do that with anything that I've produced or created.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a new experience, and it was like, whoa, just to hear what part of the song they would choose, or what part of my vocal, or if they even used my vocal at all, or whatever, And when we did this song, when we did The Awakening, I thought it'd be really interesting to see. I could imagine some people remixing the song without ever using any of mine and just using Nagavali, because she's so magical, Yeah. I think it could be a really cool, world, kind of EDM situation or something. But hopefully we can get some people to remix it. That'd be fun.
Now, do these songs get, at any point, do they get performed live? I would imagine that would be a challenge maybe to pull that together, but I don't know.
I would love to, but I guess we need a little bit more material.
Yeah.
First of all, more song, but also I've been trying to think of how we can do it. There's a way, but we're getting to that. Yeah.
I think we could probably do it in a sense of if they're doing a New Human showcase or something like that, we could probably get up there and do, the couple tracks we have and just use tracks. If Nagavali's not there, we can use her track or whatever. In my band, we perform with live musicians and tracks, so it's definitely possible to use things like that. But Claude can play the synths live and stuff like that. So I think it would be really fun if we did that. Maybe we don't need to wait until we have too much more to just kind of pop up and say, "Here we are. This is what we do."
Right, right. Yeah, no, I can imagine how that would be a challenge. So what is next for XANIMAL? What's kind of the next? Do you have another single that you're working on now?
We do. They made this track that's it's so cool. I kind of describe it as disco, Prince type disco track.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
It's a jam. It's a serious jam, and I'm just
trying
my hardest to find a way to live up to how cool this track is with my lyrics and melody. What, Claude?
It's gonna work, baby. Don't worry.
We'll figure it out. But it's just such a cool track, and I just want to make sure it's this is it. So, but we're pretty far along on that. We just have to kind of start putting all those pieces together and then get that out. And then I don't know. It's just a matter of these guys continuing to get together and make some music when they have some free time and send it over.
Absolutely.
I mean, when we did Love Axis, we kind of had an idea that we would be have 80s elements, and that would kind of be our style, but we've kind of gone off that.
Sure. A little bit, but
we still have that in there, but it's not,
I think also what we talked about in the beginning was maybe that we didn't need to define this project as much, because when you do your own projects, you get really sucked into like genre based stuff where you're like, I do this, I do that,
right.
and stuff. So for us creatively, this is such a fun thing to be able to just go, what are you feeling right now? What do you want to do? And not have such constraints on this particular project. I think that would be really cool to not have to feel like we have to fit into some box.
Yeah. I mean, I think, and I can say too, just from my own experience as a musician, I think it's always more exciting when you don't think about what, genre something is supposed to be. You don't try to fit it into a box. You just do what you think sounds good. You just make the music that you want to make without worrying about anything else. And I think that's the best way to do it. And that's how you get the most authentic sounding stuff at the end of the day is just by doing what you want to do rather than worrying about, well, it's got to fit this. It's got to be able to be in this category. It's got to fit this format. We got to get it on this radio station, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But there's kind of a lot of pressure to do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So much in the business is organized towards what do you do? Where can we put you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. They want to put you in a box, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and part of that and part of that is just, that's how you market things. And so that is a necessary, I've lived on both sides of the business, the business side and the creative side and I but the way I've always thought of it is, as far as creating the art, whether it's music or any kind of art, just make what you want to make. And then once that's done and you're happy with it, that's when you figure the other part out. How do you market it? How do you, where do you place it and all that? But that shouldn't even enter your mind until you're done creating whatever it is you're creating. Everything else can be figured out later.
Yeah,
because
that's the dream, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think practically that's how you have to do it. Because even if you're trying to figure out the other part while you're creating the music, those other plans are going to inevitably have to change anyway. So you might as well just not be thinking about that at all while you're creating, and then worry about the rest later. And there's probably some very, very successful people in the music industry who will tell me that everything I just said is wrong. And they probably have platinum records and millions of dollars. So at the end of the day, what do I know? But that's how I think of it.
Well, yeah. And there's just so many pressures. Things are not easy. It's a lot of pressure in every business right now. Everywhere, everyone's kind of dealing with a lot of like stress. So I think this for us just needs to feel like, something that is just, wow, it's exciting and happy and lovely when we get together and we make cool music, and like that's enough. I mean, if people hear it, yay. If people love it, yay.
Yeah.
I want people to hear it and love it and pass it on, but this particular project for me just needs to feel more about like creation joy, because everything else is really hard, and we all have our own projects that we're also in our own businesses and things that we do to make daytime money,
Right. Exactly.
And so
exactly.
So it's hard, man. And so this is just like, these guys are extremely creative. I have so much trust in their creative process. Like I would not just let them hand me a track if I didn't trust what their aesthetic was,
Right.
And so it's super fun to just kind of see like what comes next. They actually sent me, like when we were doing Love Access, they sent me like 5 other track options or something, and all of them were super cool. So I don't even know what happened to those, Claude. What happened to those?
We got them around.
It's a good problem to have. By the way, so I haven't asked the most obvious question. Where does the name XANIMAL come from? What does it mean?
Claude?
It's just kind of a sexy 80s name. I don't.
Yeah. Hey, that's valid.
We just made a big list of like, kind of intriguing, like sort of words that to me, it's sort of like we're all kind of one type of being, even though we're all so different. And it sort of like puts us under this, like we're all animals, but maybe we're all just a little bit weird and different and strange. And to me, it's kind of like strange people, like XANIMAL, kind of cool people, strange people music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's sort of like embodies like the humanness of just like, what is this tribe? It's like a tribe almost,
Yeah. No, I like that.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And it's got some exoticness to it.
Yep.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And it looks cool. We have an X.
It's not because we take a lot of X or anything like that. It's not.
Right. Gotcha. Understood. So in a moment, we're going to play Love Axis, the original mix. And, we'll let you go in a minute, and then we're going to hit that track. But what should we know about this? I mean, you touched on it a little bit, but anything you want us to know about Love Axis? Are there any other people who are on it that we should know about, or anything about the production you want us to know?
Let me see.
No, that was the three of us. That one was just the three of us. Yeah, I mean, to me, it was like pretty obviously like leaning into, disco dancey 80s vibe. And so immediately my mind went to the club, and like just that moment when you're at a club and you kind of see that person, you get that vibe from somebody, and all of a sudden sort of, if you meet them or you start dancing with them, and the world kind of just disappears around you almost. And, maybe it's a one night thing. You never know. It's just like a big spark, and that kind of a thing. It's just sort of like tapping into that real intimate, special moment, but at a dance club, essentially.
Yeah. Cool. I like that. So we'll play that.
Yeah.
We'll play that in a moment, and then later in the show, if I have time, I might even play one of the remixes, because I love remixes. But also too, before we let you go, where's the best place to go online to keep up with everything that XANIMAL is doing? And of course, we should mention too, New Human Records, if you want to. I'm looking at the Bandcamp page for that. There's some stuff on there. But where should people go to keep up with XANIMAL?
There's a newhumanmusic.com.
Okay.
That's it.
And we also have Instagram and Facebook.
We have Instagram too, yeah.
Under XANIMAL. But we don't quite yet have TikTok. But I have a TikTok under the Bell Sounds and stuff. But we will eventually get that. It's just another thing to manage. But we do have Insta and Facebook right now.
Okay, fantastic. Well,
and obviously on all streaming platforms too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's essential. Yeah. Well, Claude and Noelle, thank you both for joining us today. By the way, I'm just curious, is it like super hot where you guys are in Austin, Texas? Is it triple digits?
Honestly, we've had the mildest summer yet.
Have you?
Because we've had one day where it hit 100 all the way up until today. Well, not today. It's going to hit 100 next week, I think. But that's like unheard of for us to have through July, where it's still in 80s, 90s.
Wow.
And I don't know if you heard, but we had torrential rain. Yeah.
July, it's crazy.
Yeah, we had like flooding in the hill country.
Oh,
and stuff
wow.
again, like it did last year. So,
oh, geez.
But it's interesting because you look at like East Coast, and you guys, everyone's been like 110 and stuff. That's our normal vibe.
Yeah,
so we've had it easy.
Yeah. No,
it's been good.
That's good. I'm glad for you. Yeah, it has been hot here. Fortunately, I don't mind the heat, so I'm good. I would. I would.
You're lucky, Matt.
I am lucky. I don't mind it at all. But I wish it was a drier heat. But even the humidity doesn't bother me that much. But no, I was just curious.
Yeah, we're loving life right now down here.
No, that's good. That's excellent. All right, so we're gonna hit this track, Love Axis. Again, Claude and Noelle, thank you both for joining us today. This has been wonderful, and we'll definitely do it again in the future as you release. It sounds like you got a lot of stuff coming up, so we'll have you back in the future, I'm sure.
We'd love to do that. Thank you, Matt.
Count on it. All right. Thank you both. Take care. Have a good day.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Very good. That is Claude and Noelle. The project is XANIMAL. Now I know how to say it correctly. And let's hit this. This is another great track. This is called Love Axis from XANIMAL.